Hi, welcome back to Dice Paper Miniatures. We're back at it again, and this time we're checking out all the new previews that were shown last night from the Adepticon preview on the Warhammer community page. I'm really excited about some of these, so let's go ahead and jump in. So for starters, this is arguably probably my favorite preview of the night. So here we have the Necromunda Ash Waste reveal. It looks awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. There is a new video out, so let's go ahead and wind that back. I'm going to have the audio off, so don't want to hit any copyright infringements, but let's go ahead and just take a look at the visuals. It's really awesome. Yeah. All right. It's like their version of Tusken Raiders and their version of Road Warriors collide. So we have Orlocks on buggies and Ash Waste Nomads on bugs. Totally dig this. I already have these Orlocks. That's okay though. I don't have the buggies, of course. So much conversion and kit bashing fodder. Yeah. Really, really cool. Looks awesome. All right, so let's take a look at what they have to say about it. So, sick of fighting to survive in the claustrophobic confines of the Underhive. Want to roam free from busybody enforcers, done with a diet of corpse starch and recycled water, set off into the great outdoors with the Necromunda Necromunda Ash Waste. Yeah, I'm not so sure if they're the great outdoors, but they're definitely the outdoors. A new box set that brings ruthless gang warfare to the barren wild. Contend with howling winds that'll strip the flesh from your bones, rad zones hot enough to cook your blood in seconds, and locals who'll eat you as soon as look at you. Yikes. Are you sure you wouldn't rather stay inside? Yeah, maybe. Cool looking box art, cool looking box design. Yeah, this brand new high-speed way of playing Necromunda with rules for vehicles, mounted fighters, and the lethal weather conditions that you find out in the Ash Waste, along with new ways to play. The box is stuffed full of incredible new miniatures, for the most part. Yeah, like I said, the Orlocks exist, but those buggies are new, the terrain's new, and these nomads. Yep, Ash Waste nomads. Let's take a look at these. These look incredible. So they're a brand new gang native to the hazardous plains beyond the hive walls. We've already glimpsed them before. Yep. So, as an old Necromunda player, I was really looking forward to like scavies and muties and rat skins, and maybe we'll still get those at some point. But for now, these new Ash Waste nomads look impressive. See if I can get that centered better. There you go. Yeah, just phenomenal sculpts. Not quite sure what's on the shoulder pad of the one in the foreground, but just looks like maybe skins of sort piling up on his shoulder. But I love the breathers. It looks like there's maybe some water recycling units just kind of strapped around their bodies. I dig the eclectic mix of worn out equipment. In a previous lifetime, I was part of a card game called Battle for Solaria, and we had the Ex-Solarians, and this is kind of the vibe our Ex-Solarians gave off. If you ever go back and take a look at that, but they were kind of a wasteland warrior kind of outfit, and this aesthetic, that was my favorite faction in our game we had, and for Necromunda, this is probably going to be one of my favorite factions, at least to paint up, because aesthetically they're spot on. I dig them. All right, so that's what we have for models for those Ash Waste nomads, and then we have the new Orlock buggies. So these are pretty cool. I've been, I've been wanting to kit bash a bunch of vehicles, but I wasn't quite sure what scale to work from. So now that I have an idea, we're looking at kind of buggy size, at least for now. Um, I think there's a good use of those Gene Stealer motorcycles and their ATV like buggies, as well as, let me think, you can maybe use some of the 40K ones the Space Marines have. They're visually look a little bit too close to Mario Kart for me, but I think the motorcycles and the buggies from Gene Stealers would be really good. Possibly even the motorcycles of the Space Marines and the motorcycles of the Orcs would be possible kit bash. I think once we have maybe get a couple more expansions, we'll have a really good idea of what kind of vehicle scale we can work with for this game. But likely you're going to be restricted to whatever this base size is, right, for these vehicles. So if you can fit it on a smaller base somehow, then it's probably fair game. Yep. So those are both of the buggies. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited for this release. So they're called the Outrider quads, are impressive. But what of the Ash Waste Nomads? Well, here we go with their bugs. They had a unique name. I'm not sure if they'll list it here. Hellenites or something like that. Hellamites. Dig it. The Dustback Hellamites. That's what these guys are called. So these are their vehicles. The reverse bend insect legs will take a little bit getting used to, but I think that's anatomically correct if you look at like a grasshopper or a cricket. I think I like the bug designs overall. I actually think I like the designs without the horns more. Yeah, other than that, these are really cool. Really, really cool. Real original to an extent. It's their version. Like I said, it's been said before, they kind of have a Tusken Raider vibe for Necromunda, but I'm totally okay with that. All right, those look fantastic. What also is really cool is the terrain that we have. So um, it's very unusual. It kind of feels like a water world terrain, yet it's a desert world. So that's interesting. But this kind of like pods raised above the ground. Again, in a water world, that makes sense because water could rise. Maybe in this, the sands, kind of the dunes drift in and out. So maybe that's kind of the thought process here. Instead of having waves to contend with, you have the waves of sand, the dunes to contend with. So it makes a little bit sense they're above the surface. There's a security probably feature with that too. Maybe the native creatures of the area, this keeps them from getting into their homes. That's why, like tribes might live in trees, etc. Although if it's really windy, being suspended on a pole above ground might not be the best design, but suspension of disbelief. Visually, from a sci-fi standpoint, these are super cool. And then we get a meaty rule book. This might not be a real physical book image. This might have just been a mock-up, so maybe the spine's not quite that thick, but it could be. Reference sheets, tactic cards, old dice plus new dice. We got vehicle dice, which that's cool. If you play Gaslands, maybe there's going to be kind of a randomness vibe of how you move with that game. That's kind of applied to this game. That's cool. And then of course your traditional templates. And yeah, man, it's been a while since I've been this excited for a Necromunda release, and this hit like all of those check boxes. Cool new models, new rules, just the aesthetics of the terrain, everything about it looks really just on point, fantastic. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Are you as excited as I am with the new Necromunda? We haven't been, it doesn't look like we've been told when it's going to come out just yet. So we're probably at least a month away. Yeah, probably at least a month away. But maybe sooner. I hope it's sooner than later. I know I'm excited about it. I would love to see your comments below. And as always, if you haven't yet, please consider, if you like this content, subscribing and hitting the bell notification. That really does help get this content out there and helps grow the channel. Greatly appreciated. And with that, I hope everyone's doing well. Be safe, take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.